Hello and welcome back to the Heartscaping Podcast. I'm your host, Shamini Higginson. I'm an artist, mentor, and healer for awakening hearts and conscious creatives. On this podcast, I help you redesign success from the inside out, remember who you are, and design life on your own terms. So, today I want to talk about the main thing that I see get in people's way, and it is the lack of spiritual hygiene. So I'm going to dive a little bit into what that really means, how that shows up in your life, and what you can do about it. There's many different ways that you can practice spiritual hygiene. The question is finding the one that fits with your lifestyle, with your own beliefs, and that really resonates with you. This is not about adopting someone else's way of doing it, but finding what works for you and what is most effective and enjoyable for you as well. So first of all, the ways that the lack of spiritual hygiene show up in our lives are often things that we describe as anxiety and overwhelm and, maybe even social anxiety, things like that. What tends to happen is that we walk through this world seeing ourselves as a brain inside a body. But the truth is we are so much more complex than that. We are an energy field. And as an energy field that moves around in the world, we connect with other people's energy fields. And the energy field, there's a collective energy field, there's different energy fields within the spaces that we navigate, in the different areas and the people that we interact with. And if we're not careful, we pick up other people's stuff. We can pick up other people's thought patterns. We can pick up their emotions. Some of us are more empathic than others, but if you, like me, are creative, then chances are there's a lot of stuff within your energy field right now that's not yours. So this can be very difficult to discern when we first start out, because most of us are so used to living like this that we don't actually know what our unique energy feels like. So one of the ways that we can really understand how this is showing up is when we feel the anxiety and the overwhelm. And if we notice and when we bring awareness to that, we can actually ask ourselves, is that truly authentic to me? Or is that maybe a worry or a thought that I picked up from somebody else during my day? And that's a really good practice to have during our day, to kind of come back to that. But I think just in me sharing this, you can probably have your own insights of how this is showing up for you. Maybe there's certain places that you go or people that you interact with that make you feel a particular way that's maybe not all that desirable. And this is a sign that you're picking up that energy and that maybe you're carrying it with you. Maybe at the end of the day, you feel really tired and you find it very difficult to get creative in your own way, to be inspired. Maybe it's just that you're completely flat, but maybe it's that you experience anxiety or overwhelm, or you can't seem to cut through the noise within your own head and find clarity on what to do next in your life, in your business, or even in your day. So there are a few really easy ways that you can start creating spiritual hygiene in your own day. And one of the easiest ways of doing that is to actually incorporate it with your physical hygiene. Most of us have a shower once a day. Maybe I'm in Australia, in a really hot part of Australia. Generally in my house, people take 2 or 3 showers a day, because you walk outside, you come back inside, you're sweaty. But that is also a beautiful way to cleanse your energy. Getting in the shower and allowing the energy of water to flow over you is a beautiful way to refresh your energy field. I wouldn't say that it is enough in itself, particularly if you are a very empathic person, but it's a really good place to start. Another way that we can practice spiritual hygiene is with our breath. The breath comes and goes, and in a lot of different cultures, the breath is a symbol of life force energy. It is what gives us life. And when we take our first breath is when our life starts, and our last breath is where our life ends. So when we consciously use our breath as a tool, we can cleanse our energy field. And I do this a lot in my weekly wellness session. I do a session locally where I am in person And I teach people to use their breath as a tool. And this can be incredibly relaxing and restorative, because by using our breath and intentionally moving it through our body, we get the opportunity to, it's like spring cleaning, if you will. When you open up the doors and windows and you allow the wind to move through your home, it creates this beautiful new beginning type of energy. We can do the same in our body by using our breath intentionally. And another way that we can do spiritual hygiene practices is with intention. So also using mantra, using your words, using your intentions. This can take a little bit of practice. And the main reason this takes practice is because we don't fully believe that we're that powerful, that by choosing to protect and to cleanse our energy, it is done. So there is a certain amount of practice and dedication and commitment that goes into that particular practice of intention setting in order for it to be as powerful as it can be. But I highly encourage you to start working with your own words, with your own intentions, to start creating this from the inside out. And the last way that I would like to share to practice spiritual hygiene is by using cleansing tools. So there are lots of different ones. People often refer to sage sticks as a cleansing bundle. That's not the only way. I have another video that talks all about different ways that you can use different plants to cleanse your space. But ultimately, in every culture around the world, in shamanic practices that are the rituals of the indigenous people all around the globe, every culture uses smoke, because smoke is in between worlds. It's in this physical realm, but it's also in the ethereal realm. And it clears through the energy of your physical spaces and your energetic field. So sometimes people will use incense, a tiny stick of incense, and that is wonderful if you're doing a particular ritual or practice and you're sitting in a space and you're meditating. Wonderful. However, if you want to cleanse your energy field and your home, which I highly recommend doing regularly, just as much as you would vacuum your home, wash the floors, open up the windows, get some fresh air in there, it's really important to cleanse energetically as well. And the best way to do this is with smoke. So I'm not recommending that you go and burn something on your stovetop, but there are particular plants that you can burn and that create a beautiful scent and a smoke that will be very effective in cleansing the energy of your home. There are a few that I actually have in my shop that I use in my personal practice that I'd love to share with you if you want to go and have a look at those. A few brands that I recommend, and there's even a blend that I do myself. I'll create another video taking you through these different products and how to use them. But ultimately, this is a beautiful, beautiful practice. I'm sure that you are familiar with the feeling of what it's like if when you clean your home, when you've tidied everything up, and if you're like me and you have kids, maybe it doesn't last that long, but it's that beautiful sense of everything being fresh and new and renewed and re-cleansed. And it feels really, really good, right? When you're in your physical home, your physical energetic body deserves that as well. And it is the most incredible feeling to have that cleanse and renew in your energy field. What happens on the other side of that is that we're able to discern what we really want. We're able to be really clear on our next step. And this is not because somebody else tells you, it's because you can feel it in your body, you can see it in your mind, you can really know with certainty what you truly desire. And it's about getting rid of all of the clutter that's in your emotional field so that you can really feel into your heart. So you're not stuck in your head, you can really tune into your heart, and it can be really effortless to know what to do next. This is one of the main things that clients come to me with. They don't know what to do. And sometimes they want me to tell them what to do. I'm a great believer that it's not anyone's job to tell anybody else what to do. But as mentors and healers, I think that it's our responsibility to help people come back to their own power. So a lot of the practices that I teach and a lot of the things that I guide people to understand is how to understand themselves, how to find ways that work really well for them, so that when they don't need to outsource their power, they know how to find it within. But all of us need a little bit of help sometimes. We need a little bit of guidance, and we need someone to be able to unpack that with us. So if you're looking for clarity, you can book a clarity session with me, or you can check out the tools below that that I use to help my clients and myself to get clarity when I need it, and to be able to really tune into my own heart and tap into my own wisdom. Because here's the thing, when it comes to your life, you are the expert, you know best. You may just need a little bit of time and space and commitment to yourself to uncover that and to trust yourself. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.